They've notified the police service of their intention to hold demonstrations in commemoration of the events of last year. This is in public domain. The police have already indicated that they will be there, ready to provide the service and protect both life and property. But the question is, and linked to that comment by politicians, that this should not be allowed. Do you share in that, Senator Nyutu? Because quite a number of politicians have been accused, especially those from the city, of preparing goons to counter demonstrations.
Thank you, Fred, and allow me to first thank and congratulate my colleague, Honorable Ote, for distancing himself from the otherwise very responsible statements made by this very arrogant member of parliament by the name Kamket, and who pretends to be the biggest defender of this government. And he thinks that people have forgotten that he never even supported the election of William Ruto in the first place. And this is somebody now coming and pretending to be supporting government, even better than those that helped form this government. But I understand him. He's desperate in trying to catch the attention of President Ruto, whom I know, and I can tell you, gives him a wide berth because he knows he's a man, that Kamket is a man who has no principles. And so I thank Lotte for distancing himself from such a person, and for showing that he actually went to school, and for distancing the Pokot community from these very useless remarks by Honorable Kamket. In fact, I doubt whether I should call him Honorable. I should just call him Kamket. And Fred, looking at, I'm a very disappointed person, because like you say, the youth of this country have given notice. They just want to do a demonstration in remembrance of their colleagues who lost their lives last year and who continue losing their lives, especially in the hands of the police. And we know, because we were here in June last year, we know that our young people demonstrate when they do it constitutionally, peaceably and unarmed. The only thing they carried to the streets of Nairobi last year and even last week was a phone and a bottle of water. And why I say I'm very disappointed is looking at or listening to the president yesterday addressing the police. You know, Fred, I'm wondering whether our president is still in his right state of mind, and whether he's, because, you know, I would have expected him to tell the police that our young people have a right to demonstrate. Please make sure that you protect them against criminals who would want to infiltrate their peaceful demonstration. But here is the president talking about the rights of the police, and that nobody is supposed to dare the police, and not at all talking about the right of Kenyans, and especially the young people, to demonstrate peaceably. Then you have Murkomen, his CS for Interior, saying that the police should deal ruthlessly with the protesters. Of course, he hid behind the goons. But we know who sponsors goons. We know who sponsored goons last week. They were, images were there. They were working with the police. Murkomen controls the police. He is the Minister for Interior. The goons were roaming the streets of Nairobi while the police were in tow. Mm-hmm. So when he comes and tells the police to deal with the demonstrators ruthlessly, because he was talking about goons, but he is the owner of the goons. Murkomen is the owner of the goons. Otherwise, the police would not have protected the goons last week. Murkomen, Sakaja, and this is public knowledge. And so, anyway, in short, I would have expected the president to also talk about the rights of Kenyans and their right, because it's a constitutional right, to demonstrate peaceably and unarmed. That is what the Constitution provides. But for the president to talk about the police, nobody should dare the police have the right, we are going to stand with you and your families and the police, and not talking about...
Do you think he was under some pressure to address the police yesterday and not the other things that